We have some massive news on things coming to Pokemon Go, including Go Fest, as well as one of the biggest features that I've been trying to get into the game for so incredibly very long, and that would be BottleCaps. So let's get into all the details. Welcome to the Trainer Club. Here we go. Oh man, this is very exciting. And I just want to put this out there. This is not official information. Everything that I put out pretty much is official information. This is a data mined leaked thing that we did see on the internet. So here's what we're going to cover right now, just to make you guys completely transparent and congruent. Okay, so we're going to check out what is coming to Pokemon Go. We're going to start off with Pokemon Go Fest. Okay, so as we do know, Crowned, Sword, Zacian, and Zamazenta are going to be coming into the game, which is very exciting. I am so stoked on this, and it looks like they're going to be implementing them with adventure effects similar to as the other 6 Pokemon that are in the game right now. We have the Origin Form Dialga and Palkia, which are very used in the game that I've seen. Number 2, we now have the Black and the White Kyurem, which maybe not a ton of people use, but it's in a fantastic adventure effect. And then finally, the ones that I feel like are in there, everybody kind of forgets, that's going to be both of the fused Necrozmas. But the one thing about those ones is it does help for evolution. So those ones with the night and the day spawn are going to be fantastic for that. But for these ones, we're going to be needing Crowned Sword energy and Crowned Shield energy. So it's not too much different from anything that we've seen in the past. More than likely, we're going to be rating the fused form or the Crowned Sword form, and then when we catch it, it's going to be in the Hero of Many Battles form. And then in order to get it permanently in our bag, we're going to have to use the energy, which more than likely we're going to get anywhere from 90 to 110 every single raid, and then it's going to take 1,000 to fuse, as we've seen with all of the other ones in the past. So it's not going to differ based on the formula. And then we're going to see Bohemian Blade and Bohemian Bash that are going to be the adventure affected moves. The Blade is going to increase the attack during that time, whether you're in raids or max battles, and then the Bash is going to increase the defense. And similar to the Black and the White Kyurem, as the Kyurem needs to know Glaciate, these Pokemon will need to know Iron Bash, which it looks like is now a legacy move on these Pokemon. So that is going to be how you get them and what's to come with Pokemon Go Fest 2025, which I'm very excited about. And I will be at all of the locations, so I'm extremely excited to be able to participate and see you guys out there. So definitely come out, say hi, and I can't wait to show you what's coming soon. Not only that, guys, we have, most importantly, remember, when I've talked about making improvements in Pokemon Go, I've pointed out that we are catchers, we are hunters, and we are raiders, and we are not trainers. The only thing that's kind of close to being a trainer is Go Battle League, but as a generalist perspective in the game, 90% of everybody is not a trainer. We are battlers, catchers, refiners, and traders, and we are not trainers. We are traders, not trainers. Okay, so that is going to be one of the biggest things that I think Pokemon Go has been missing, and it looks like we're going to be potentially getting something soon, and that effect is going to be BottleCaps. It's been one of the things I've been stressing so incredibly hard about the game, and I am going to point out that it seems like the formula is kind of following a lot of the recommendations that I've made. So here are some of the details. Number 1, the thing that I suggested, and I think and hope that it is this. I know if some people are probably like, well, I hope that it's not this. Well, I hope that it is this because I think that it is a pretty cool situation, number 1. And number 2, I think it's something that deserves a grind, right? I think it deserves a grind. So you have to put this Pokemon as your buddy to start this system, okay? So I'm hoping that it requires it to be a best buddy. I know some of you guys would be like, dude, that is stupid. And I understand that, but think about the Pokemon main series games, and I kind of like how you have to like train your Pokemon up for it to be able to start listening to you. So if you want to start making improvements to your Pokemon, you have to be best buddies with it. And that's what I think would serve this game really well, because it's not like you can just throw it on and then change the IVs by creating something. And I don't know what the tasks are, and they're not actually in here, and all the details are not in here, but kind of a general overview of what's going on will be. So in this time, you're going to need to be completing multiple tasks, and that is going to be the training. So now we are going to be able to finally be trainers in Pokemon Go almost 9 years into the game. So there's going to be time limits before that can expire, which I totally respect and honor. It's like, you know, maybe go out there and it's like, make 100 excellent throws in an hour. I love it. I love something that kind of pushes the boundaries. I hope it's not just like a time-locked thing. I hope it's something that actually makes us try to work for it, and you can't get it unless you actually work for it. And then finally, Shadow Pokemon cannot be bottle capped, and I also respect that situation as well, because I think Shadow Pokemon and why they're so rare and cool is because you have to find them either from grunts, from leaders, or from raids. And the raids at the IV situation that they're at, below the 10-10-10, makes them even rarer. And so if you were to take that and then throw in a bottle cap situation to that, I think that it really wouldn't serve how rare and special these shadow Pokemon are, especially because they're so strong as well. And then it also points out that there's some other things going on, including some things about PvP. So that's really exciting too for all the battlers out there. So you can train Pokemon to battle in multiple different scenarios and to become better versions of themselves. And one of those things that we did talk about when we were in Mumbai, when we were talking Daxi, myself, and a couple other of us were like, well, you know, I don't think it should be an exact Shundo. Like, it shouldn't, if you can get it to a Shundo, it shouldn't look like a Shundo. It should have the stats of a Shundo and it should operate the same as a Shundo, but the pink should be extremely rare, right? And so I think that having something like blue or green, whatever the stat adds on, and then instead of having the pink logo that you genuinely got from a trade, a catch in the wild or a raid, it actually was a blue ribbon around the outside. So it was, yes, it is a Shundo and it functions exactly the same, but they're still the ones that you caught genuinely and obtained regularly, that those were always maintaining that unique pink badge. So there is a difference in comparison to the one that you trained up, which I think that's also very fair. And here are some of the tasks. It says explore 0 kilometers. So with the training, explore 0 kilometers, explore 0 kilometers. Okay, so these are just placeholders for the tasks that are going to be able to come. And as I did see in some of the comments, I just hope that they low-key have some types of indication that a stat has been hyper trained by how much. Otherwise, natural Shundos won't be very impressive anymore unless hyper training is one-time thing for only one Pokemon, which would actually suck. And so that was Arc that said that, and that's what I've been literally thinking the entire time, because there has to be a differentiator. And here's some additional information. It appears that similar to Lucky Trinket, the bottle cap may also expire. So I'm probably thinking that this is going to be treated as the Lucky Trinket or as a Master Ball, where we're only going to be able to get one every maybe 6 months to a year, which is fair, because imagine if we got one every whenever we wanted, or we could just start training it. It's like, I don't think that's really going to work, because then it's like everybody's got tons of Shundos now, and it's like, that's too common. Just like Lucky Trinkets would be too common if you could get them in an unlimited amount. You can set an IV target for training. You cannot lower a Pokemon's IV, and it may appear there's a limit to how much IV improvements these Pokemon can have. And there's 2 types of items to increase IVs, a single stat or a triple stat. The example we used was a triple stat. The following stats will be modified. And so if you guys do want to see what it might look like here, set the hyper train goal, and then you will be able to bump up that one, and then bump up that one as the trio right there, and that will change the CP of the Pokemon, and then boom, this is what it happens. So I don't know if this is actually an in-game mind thing or if this is kind of like a hypothetical situation, but it looks like you target the stats and then you start hyper training, and I hope that those hyper trains are similar to, like, if it's an attack, you have to go out and fight with that Pokemon. If it's defense, you have to defend with it. If it's stamina, you have to feed it or do something around those lines, because I think it would be really cool to kind of mirror what you're trying to set as the target and then go after it. And I also think that it should definitely be challenging, not easy. Everybody shouldn't be able to obtain it unless you practice. And that, I think, will make the game so much more involved and relatable to much more people, that we can actually be Pokemon Go trainers. So that is going to be it, guys. As far as we know right now, this is very exciting. As of right now, it looks like 1 or 3 stats. Hopefully it's going to have the insignia that it is different and it's not going to look the same. And then also, I know some of you guys are going to disagree with me about the Best Buddy situation, but I really think that it will help you guys understand Best Buddies. It's going to help you put it up a level to level 51. And then once it's at a Best Buddy, you've developed all the relationship that you can, then you can start hyper training that Pokemon. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Remember, once again, this is not official information, but it is something that looks to be coming in the future. Don't know when, don't know how, but thank you guys for being here as always. To all of my likers, comment, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody takes your support, subscription, information, 2x level. I'm gonna see you guys out on the next video. Peace.
I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and rating all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.